What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ. I just want to focus in on the situation with Mike Green in Washington. Obviously, he's a free agent at the end of the year, and I think he'll be sought after commodity at the deadline. But I don't think Caps are moving him. Washington's firmly in a playoff spot. He's playing some great hockey. The Caps are playing great on the whole, though. I just think you look at what Green's done. I mean, he hasn't been healthy. He hasn't played a Jesus. Hasn't played a full season since 2010. He played 75 games. I mean, he played 70 games last year, but you catch my drift. He's not the player he was, back in 2008, 2009. I was a junior in high school. I was in a fantasy league with a bunch of my friends. He won me that. Well, I had him and Shea Weber, and Weber had like 20 goals that year. So I got 50 goals combined from two defensemen. So that was a good year for me in fantasy hockey, anyway. But going a step further, he's got some, faults in his game, as everyone does, but I think he's a certified, really good offensive defenseman. And, you look at what he's been able to do. He's averaged better than a point a game twice. I mean, that's impressive. I mean, whatever way you want to shake it, and talk about his defensive deficiencies, but I think one of those years he was like in the top three in plus minus in the league. So, again, you want to fault him. Look at the big picture here. And, I just think if he's healthy, he's one of the better offensive defensemen in the NHL. I mean, that's pretty much unquestionable. In terms of free agency, I think he does leave Washington. I think he somehow, some way ends up. I think it'll be Edmonton is going to offer him a ton of money. That's for damn sure. He's a Western Canadian case from Calgary, Alberta guy. Edmonton's atrocious on defense, and that could be around peg and around hole. But I personally, I like to see him end up in Detroit. They need defensemen. And I think he could definitely, playing for coach like Mike Babcock would really do wonders for his career. But, he's going to be a sought-after commodity on the market. I mean, who are we kidding? And again, he can really kickstart a power play. And, having him back there is why I don't think Washington would move him. As much as they have Niskanen, they, made the move for Niskanen and Brooks Orpik, obviously entirely different player with Orpik, but, to share up the defense, they really like the things John Carlson's doing. Green is still Green. He's still an important part of this team, and, even though he's not the player he was a few years ago, Barry Trotz is getting a lot out of him. Barry Trotz is getting a lot out of this Capitals team, and I do not think he's getting the credit. The fact he doesn't have a Jack Adams trophy for his time in Nashville is a freaking joke, but was it last week against Montreal? I saw Ovechkin make some really good plays on defense, and he's buying into the system. Trotz is getting a lot out of his guys. The guys are really love playing for him. So we'll see what happens. But I think Green does leave Washington at the end of the season. I just think the relationship, I guess, has kind of run its course. But hey, you never know. You never know. And they got the 10th best record in the NHL. They got a better record than the New York Rangers, but Rangers have been playing great, but haven't been able to move up in the standings. Kind of interesting there. But if they're third in the Metro Division. They're not even in the wild card spot anymore, which is good for the Caps. They've won 3 straight games, and they're playing really good hockey. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, that's like sort of the mic on this episode of the Power Play with CJ. It's been a long night on the Mike Green situation in Washington. Stay tuned for episodes for the season and beyond. Later, guys.